So, last session, we spent 30 minutes messing around the campfire.
Dude, once we found the boy or whatever, we can just peace out.
Jack, stop. Oh my gosh.
My dad's name is Jack.
What?
My dad's name is Jack.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Alice Foster.
What's your mom's name?
Melody.
Melody. Okay.
That's a sweet name.
So, was Andrew on earlier?
He's on somewhere. He's on. Yeah, he's on.
He's on roll 20, right? I
He
think.
just responded to Kevin too.
I know. Send the invitation to him again.
So I got a question, Phil.
Okay.
2 weeks from now is Thanksgiving week.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that. I mean, I won't be here.
We're doing this remotely, Philip. You can do it from anywhere.
Oh. Yeah, I probably won't be playing DnD well at home with my family. What we could do.
Philip, we are family.
My blood relatives. So originally the reason that I really wanted to do it like this, like this rotation, it's like this Tuesday and 2 weeks from now instead of the alternate, is because I was playing D&D with a different group those other weeks, but that's kind of fallen apart.
Wait, hold on.
You're cheating on us?
Cheating on us? Wow, that's
Or like I'm cheating on them.
Well, I already knew, so.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
You knew about this, but you didn't say it. We're family.
I didn't think you guys would make a big deal out of it.
You should know better by now.
Okay, spill it.
What
What
Does anybody else have something they need to say?
But so what we could do, I depending on how far we get tonight, I might have stuff prepared that if we wanted to do another one next week, that might be possible for me. Otherwise, we could just say skip the 21st, but then pick up on the 28th.
That'll work.
Either or works for me.
Okay, so we'll see what happens, and then like by this weekend, I'll try to. Would that be too late if I said, "Hey, on like Friday or Saturday, hey, let's play Tuesday"? Would that?
Not for me.
Be fine for you.
Should be okay for me.
All right. Well,
I'll see.
We'll see
I'm
what
not sure
happens.
the schedule is.
I can't do next week anyways.
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
oh, what?
that's okay. We don't really need you. So.
I don't really contribute. As long as we're not in, I reckon combat, but outside of combat, I'm pretty useless.
Who else is going to instigate the arm wrestles?
Yeah.
Exactly. I lose those.
Okay. Well, then we'll probably just say the 28th.
Okay.
Okie
Okay,
dokie.
well, we're better for D&D anyways.
So who wants to give? I mean, I don't think too much happened last time, but anyone want to give a recap?
I didn't take notes, so not
How about
I.
John, since he just watched the video.
Right. I forgot to grab my notes, BRB.
Okay, ready?
Go ahead, man. I know what happened.
Okay. So last week, 2 weeks ago, rough start. Okay, 2 weeks ago,
Somebody.
we had this elaborate plan to catch the hag doing her evil deeds when she was going to revisit her lair underneath the chapel. But we were all going to go camp out inside, stealthily, just stake out the place. But Gal decided to go on a inside man job. And with that, we spent we were going through the night, and halfway through the night, Galandan, although as sneaky as he is, was caught by the hag. In a frenzy yell, he called for the help of his companions. And then it took us 2 turns. 12 seconds to get there. We managed to injure the hag and do quite a number on her, but given her hag-like abilities, she can turn invisible. And she escaped the grasp of death. And now we are pretty much back to square one. But we do know that
Climb a goddamn window.
we do know that our dwarvish friend is not the hag, because unless she can.
Yeah, the offer was not extended to you, Sam.
No, you just know that she wasn't that hag.
Okay, and then after that, you guys pretty much all went back and camped for the rest of the evening, got the benefits of your long rest.
Right, dragging Galandan along.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think that brings us to where we are. So day has dawned. I forget who had last watch, but it has proceeded peacefully. Birds start chirping. You all kind of awaken. What would you like to do?
Guys, I could not sleep all night, so I did some meditating. And I think we should go back behind the chapel to see if we can find maybe some tracks she left behind. I don't know who in our group is skilled at that, but hopefully someone is.
I'm not terrible.
Yeah, you at the door?
I figure we can make a good run of it.
Okay, I'll be there.
Me and Alden.
My wife's at the door and she has food for me, so I'll be right back.
Whoa.
Oh man.
Oh.
Someone wanted to start at 6:30.
Nice.
All right, guys. Let's all roll attack rolls on Galandan while we can.
Let's knock him out soon before he does anything stupid.
Can we choke him out?
So, how was everybody else's dinner? Andrew, I see you enjoying yours now.
Yeah, I was a little unprepared to start because I was reading on all the cool things I get at higher levels.
Oh.
Pizza's great.
I have a chance to be practically immortal at level 20. I stop aging, and if I get killed, I roll a d20, and if it's a 10 or higher, I just appear 1d3 days later in some other place on the same plane.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
Okay. Well, in like
With
5
all my
years,
gear.
that might be really useful.
Yeah,
In 5 years.
it's a very cool thing. I'll never play a level 20 character.
Wait, isn't next weekend like double XP weekend though?
gotta buy the currency to do that. So
I'd need a lot of double EXP weekends.
Well, Kevin is pay to play, so he always plays with double
Yeah,
XP.
he's pay to play.
Pay to win, loser.
hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Get that W.
All right, so have you guys all kind of agreed with Carm's suggestion?
Yeah.
Go look for tracks.
Yeah. hmm Well, there should be some sort of like maybe blood, perhaps too. I'm pretty sure I shot her with an arrow and it connected, so maybe.
Okay, so you guys are
Carm
heading.
probably didn't do that much damage though.
You're
Sorry.
heading around like the outside of the chapel, or you're heading through the chapel to the window, or
No, I mean, I think we just go to the outskirts of the north side of the chapel of the tree line and see if we can follow her tracks from there.
Yeah,
Sounds like a good
through
plan.
that busted window area.
And I suggest to the group if we split up, we might be able to cover more ground.
Oh gosh.
We have all day. We have literally all day, and this is all we're going to be doing. I think we'll be fine.
Okay, Alden.
okay. So I've heard two suggestions. I've heard the tree line and the window.
Oh no, like
Well, if
going around
we
the outside.
outside to the window she jumped out of, and start there.
Sure.
Okay. So describe how you're investigating, and whoever is doing like the investigation, we'll say one of you can have advantage and do an investigation roll.
I
Okay.
guess. Is it
I
Carm
guess
gonna do
I
it?
should investigate.
Oh gosh.
No. I was planning on blowing one of my precog hunches for this.
All right.
So I'm going to
Um,
track that real quick. Did you say describe?
Yeah.
What we're doing? Yeah. So for starting at the chapel, I would start at the window that we're pretty sure she escaped out of, and look for evidence of blood trails leading towards the tree line.
Okay, so if you recall, the window that she exited was this one here that kind of had that pile of growth on the outside of it. So as you guys are approaching it, you can see the shattered window and some of the glass kind of glinting in the morning light in this pretty much like pile or mound of growth and dirt and things like that. I believe when we were talking yesterday or last session, that even like the impression of where she had landed was visible in this area. So I'll assume you guys are kind of searching around.
And I'm inspecting the like plant life and everything around as well. Just throwing that out there.
Okay.
All right. So just go ahead and roll an investigation.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
The
So
only way that could have been better if I rolled a 4 on my dog hunch.
yeah,
Jesus
with an
Christ.
effective 27 investigation, and just it bothers me that like on these videos they can't see these insane rolls. That was 2 20s, and he did have advantage, so I don't even know what that means.
Add it together. Just add it together.
Yeah, okay. So with a 54, no, I guess 52. Unfortunately, no, I'm just kidding.
You suck.
Okay, so you're looking through this this area here. You find all sorts of shattered glass. You see the impression. You don't see blood. You don't see footprints or anything leading from that, but you do see a small black book, which I am going to put in Alden's journal. So you should be able to see it now, Alden. If you go to your journal.
Worn black leather book.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Dude, can you do that thing where you inspect it and then you see
Yeah.
where the last was it where it was or the
I can. Well, that's the thing is that it can be a thing where I like check up on for the next 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
But it just shows me things from the perspective of the last creature to have interacted with it, which we saw her. I mean, I could try it and see if it maybe tells me anything. It's a good idea. I plan to do it. I'm just reading the description right now.
It's not in that creature's present time. It's when they last dropped that item.
It's when they last interacted with it. It lets me know what the last creature that interacted with it was, essentially.
It's Amber.
The script itself is unfamiliar, meaning it's just guaranteed to be in a language that I don't understand.
Correct.
Okay.
I have checked character sheets for
Ah, I see. Too bad I don't have the ability yet where I can just know how to read all languages.
I have that ability.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to use my I'm going to use that wall of text skill.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and post that for me.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. 8 million. The last creature to hold the object within the last 24 hours. Also learn if any events that have occurred within 20 feet of the object within the past hour. They unfold from the object's perspective.
I learn a few basic facts about it.
Okay. Yeah. So you see the image of the hag pretty clearly. She was the last person or creature to have held this object. Nothing particularly interesting has happened in the last hour. It was more than an hour ago that she had escaped. You see when you see from the picture or when you see the image of the hag, you actually see it looks like her writing in this. You kind of see like a quill being moved rather furiously across this page as the hag is scrawling in it. But you can't really make out where this writing was taking place.
Right.
You learn that this object has been damaged and that it is a series of notes that the hag has been taken, although you're not aware of the contents of those notes. You are also aware that it is often stored by many more very similar looking books.
Okay. Then I will pass the book around and see if anyone understands the language that's in the book.
Who do you pass it to first?
I can't hear anybody for some reason.
You can't hear me?
Well, that would.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. Mhm. I'm nodding my head violently.
Okay.
Boy, that made me dizzy.
Good night, people.
Now can you hear us?
It's back. Sorry about that. I guess.
Weird.
Hear us now?
Yeah. I just had to unplug and replug my headset. Did you hear the description?
Yes, I heard everything that you were saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, I'm gonna start passing the book around to the rest of the party and see if anybody happens to recognize the language that the text is written in.
I
Okay.
hold out my hand to accept the book.
I hand it to Phoenix.
All right. I'm going to move it over to Phoenix. Phoenix, you can take a look in your journal.
There it is. Could I roll? What would it be for this?
You can roll like intelligence if you want to.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know what.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah. You're pretty sure that this was writing. You don't know
Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna hand it over to Veneer.
Do I need to do the same thing? I think I can only read Elvish and regular common. So
you can't see it.
Loser.
Will we automatically know if it's in the language we know without rolling an intelligence check?
Yes. You can read languages you know without.
Okay.
It's kind of the idea of you seeing Arabic and being able to recognize that it's Arabic, but you don't know, but you can't read it.
Yeah.
where was it supposed to appear at?
In your journal.
Journal.
Where's the languages that we know? What tab is that on?
It's on the
like
base core
background?
stats. No, it's not. Background then.
Shoot,
Yeah.
sorry.
Background.
Need to fix some things.
Oh, there. Oh,
All right, just a sec. When I need to.
You're cool.
I'm gonna go deal with my dinner dish. BRB.
Okay. Well, I do recognize the script.
Oh, I know 4 languages. Sweet.
Jeez, what happened here?
Yeah, me, Gallandan.
I can speak
should
to
I say?
animals.
Yeah, I can speak to animals.
Nah, you just pretend.
So the language is Sylvan. Am I supposed to see that?
I think it's supposed to be
How can you still in your out of there?
It's what?
Close that thing.
Oh, my bad.
Is it still in your journal now?
No.
Okay.
But, yeah, I just had it open the whole time, and then it popped up. I have a photographic memory, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Screenshot.
You bet. Phoenix doesn't.
What do you mean? I am Phoenix.
Okay, Veneer, it should be in your journal now.
Okay, so it's under in background is where the journal is. Sorry, I'm having trouble.
No, in your so.
It's where the character sheets are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's my kill from the weekend.
You're a savage.
Do you guys want me to read it to you? I do recognize this language.
Oh, awesome.
I mean,
It doesn't really make sense. I mean, it'll take me a while to read it. Probably, you know.
Maybe you should read it out loud to the party. Also, one of the things that you would know as your character is, especially as a ranger, I think you probably have particularly good sense of time. It is currently the 8th of Illiant, which is also called the Fading. It's kind of like the September of this world.
Can't you
Alright,
just
so it's a journal entry.
Hear you guys again.
And on the first Illiant, she wrote strengthening process going slowly. She can handle a little at a time. Fear her essence is too different from Yugger. I don't know how to pronounce that, but too little to tell. On the second, she captured one of the dangers for closer study and became more docile further from
Time out.
Yugger.
Let's talk about what's been said so far.
It's pretty
wait.
basically it seems
The hag is strengthening herself up.
seems like she's
Reread it
strengthening
again.
herself up.
Okay.
On the first, she wrote strengthening process going slowly.
Okay.
And then she can only handle a little at a time. So either she's strengthening.
I thought maybe she was strengthening Amber.
I thought that
Maybe.
maybe she was referring to some action that she was doing to Amber.
Amber would speak up and say she definitely did not feel any stronger after her encounter.
Yeah. She was exhausted.
I'll totally believe Amber.
Is this
Yeah.
actually what you're saying? Younger and stronger?
Or she could be like, you know how the hag is 2 parts. It could be like her alter ego kind of deal. Kind of like Hulk and the
Bruce Banner.
Doctor, yeah.
Bruce Banner.
Amber would be pretty distressed that you guys still think that she is the hag at this point.
Probably not.
That would kind of that theory would kind of coincide with her being the former chaplain or whatever of the.
You should just have a normal person with like no abilities and just give that to like the person.
Who's talking?
It's Brian. Sorry.
But didn't Amber disappear about a week ago?
Yeah, so this.
So maybe somebody.
Amber disappeared slightly over a week ago.
Yeah, and the journal starts on the 1st, which is 7 days earlier.
So maybe somebody else.
All right, keep reading.
Oh. So captured on the 2nd day, she captured one of the. I thought it was dangers, but it's actually, I'm pretty sure, CLANGRS, so clangers or something like that. Not the greatest reader. For closer study. So that was probably when she captured Amber, perhaps.
Or maybe a skeleton?
Or maybe
Clangers?
a skeleton. Clangers. Yeah, that's how you pronounce that word. Sorry.
Well, that does sound a lot like Amber.
Well, she was wearing armor.
Yeah.
Became more docile further from Uger. Maybe that's a city. I'm not sure. YGUR. And then note to prioritize Mudwaggle Jr. Only 2 draws.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Note, and then the bottom 2 lines are note to prioritize Mudwaggle Jr. JR. Only 2 draws.
So do you think she has Randall? Is that anything talking about Randall?
So there's a few options here real quick. One, I kind of like having Noah just reading it because it also puts it in the recording pretty well. But we could, if you wanted to, also say that, like he transcribes it and I could just show everybody the full text. If you don't want to keep reading it, it's totally up to.
I'm a pretty bad reader, but if you guys, whatever you guys want.
My vote is for him to keep reading it.
Yeah.
Keep reading it. All right. Yeah. So it seems like on the 2nd day she captured somebody, and then somebody was becoming more docile, the farther away from some location, and then she took only 2 draws, whatever that means. Kind of weird. And then the 3rd day, so the 3rd day of the Elent, whatever. It says 3 draws today, like, I don't know, almost like she's taking medicine or something. I don't know.
Maybe
Clangers?
she's drawing the skin off of people and turning them into skeletons.
Maybe.
We're taking
Clangers
life essence.
Clangers almost got the gargoyle girl today. Tried to drag her to the trees. Note to inspect trees more closely.
So we're clangers. And Amber is.
Or the skeletons are.
Oh my gosh.
Or
Gargoyle girl. What could
That's
that be a reference to?
previously assumed lack of relevance to produce. Procedure in doubt. Round ears bones may not be viable if trees have arcane relevance. Sorry. Too many variables. Need to prepare another attempt. Perhaps warlock this time. May need to lure another ale belly. So it sounds like she's stealing people.
Making a spell. Something.
On the 4th day, Money Gluts came looking for a dwarf. That would be us, I guess.
Yeah.
And then no warlocks, but arcane scalebacks. Holy Knight not viable. Other arcane not holy. Set up from cleric. Step up from cleric. Sorry. Maybe worth collecting. Only 2 draws.
Yeah, I think she wants me.
Well, he's
Bait.
in for bait.
Oh, fuck that.
Hey. 3 draws, getting close. Some gluts came into chapel, maybe more. Attempting subtlety. Okay. There's a line break here. Then more hastily. Okay, so she's clanger triggered a line
something about my copying and pasting really screwed up the formatting, which is annoying me. So that is supposed to be
a line break. Sorry, I just read that verbatim.
that's fine. Drop it.
Had to take Mudwaggle's tunnel. Found skeleton shards in the trees. Money gluts should be no match for skeletons. Postulate cleric effect ? Or Holy Knight ? Low tide after swell ? Reset alarm. Preparations made for involuntary sabbatical.
Involuntary sabbatical.
Consider cleric state dead or alive ? On the 6th day, she says decision. Cleric more useful alive. Sabbatical preparations in place. In the page, blah blah.
We've been stocked the whole time.
Alarm trip. Exit. Quick exit needed. Weapon too dangerous to leave. Too cumbersome to bring. Should retrieve. So that sounds like the axe. Whatever.
Yeah.
Suit skin found. Scylla could use more.
Oh, one sec there though. Back to the weapon. Couldn't be the axe because Amber never had it.
Oh.
She left it at the thing.
No, it's the hammer.
It's a hammer that she buried.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh right. Yeah. Okay.
That's why that's why it was buried.
Got it. She ditched the hammer.
But she had time to dig a hole.
Yeah.
So it says, and then Uyghur fallen, acceptable alteration. Uyghur missing, unacceptable alteration. Consider, act now or prepare. Curse those clangers, hard to accommodate. Hard to accommodate Mudwaggle's absence. Regardless, surveillance continues. Don't need Mudwaggle if Granny Lipskin comes along.
Mudwagger.
All right, so someone give me the Cliff Notes version of.
Mudwagger's probably us.
Okay,
Well-
so she apparently has been watching us.
Yeah, and we've been
Yeah.
tripping so many alarms on the way through.
I have added it to everybody's journal just for convenience sake, if you want to look at it.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, my reading is pretty bad.
Oh, that was great.
I don't see that full description. I only see the one for me.
You might need to close yours and reopen it. Maybe.
I did.
You did.
Classic software engineer response. Did you try shutting it up?
Turn it off and back on.
Can anybody else see the full description of the
okay.
black book?
I see it.
You can. I'll
Yeah.
try relogging into Roll20 here.
He just holy.
Oh.
crap.
Okay.
Oh great.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's such a Gallandan move of you, Veneer.
I see it now that I've restarted for whatever reason.
Thank you.
I like how it breaks it up into. That's kind of funny.
So Jaeger is probably the chapel. I'm thinking.
Jaeger, that's how you pronounce it.
Probably
Well, Jaeger missing. Unacceptable
Oh,
alteration.
beer her essence too different from you. Okay. Maybe Jaeger is the.
So
Sounds like a robot.
Amber buried the Warhammer.
No,
No, the hag.
The hag did.
This
And
is-
did we find it? Have we
Yes.
found the Warhammer? Oh.
Yeah, it's our hammer. It was underneath pile of dirt.
Oh, the one we found in that chest?
No, outside.
Yeah, you didn't find any weapon in the chest. You found armor in the chest.
And some green liquid.
Okay.
Does that green liquid have to do with anything, or is that just
No,
maybe
it's just a trap.
the trap thing?
Well,
Oh.
so if we
Sorry. So so we went into the room. Apparently she had that place alarmed.
Yep.
She figured out that we were in it.
She collapsed the tunnel, guys. Come on. That was
Yeah.
things are making sense now.
So did she control the skeletons, or is that
Well,
separate?
yeah, it's the thing that the big skeleton was the one controlling the little skeletons, but as to what was controlling big skeleton, it sounds like it must have been her. But
Who's money gluts?
I think that's us.
that's us.
Wait, I thought we were clangers.
No,
those are the skellies.
maybe.
Those are the skellies, maybe.
So glitz are us.
What's a mudwaggle?
Mudwaggle is a person of some sort. Mudwaggle's tunnel. So they made the tunnel that we used that Gal decided to burn down.
Yurig is a place, right?
What's that?
Yurig is a place.
Eager would be a play. I don't know.
Maybe the chapel?
And then this last part where it says Granny lick spit.
Yeah. No idea on that one. But if she's already prepared a involuntary sabbatical, boy, I am not liking our chances of finding her. But we should get looking.
Yeah.
Well,
But she's also surveilling us.
Well, she's probably using something similar to what Veneered has, which is the alarm spell. She could be able to scry on us, maybe, but that would be the only way that she would be watching us directly. I think we just got unlucky in the amount of alarms of hers that we've triggered.
well, can we look around this grass some more, see if we can see anything else?
Like maybe a trail that leads away from the chapel.
Yeah. So you guys can do a different investigation or perception roll for that if you want. We'll do kind of the same thing. One person gets advantage on it, and you can decide who rolls. At the same time, I would like for let's see. I would like for Galandan to make an arcane roll, and Veneer to make a survival roll.
Oh.
Okay. It was a long shot anyway, so nothing really is going to change.
Theory, Mudwaggle Jr., if that's Randall, then Mudwaggle would be
Us.
Delb.
Oh, okay.
And that would mean Delb knows about the tunnels, since it says Mudwaggle's tunnel.
Hey, that's true.
Where's Mudwaggle Jr.?
It's at the very top, second.
Prioritize Mudwaggle Jr.
Second alien.
She could have just left off the suffix. Maybe it's the same person. That's an option. Just throwing it out there. And the further references to Mudwaggle, it could still be the same person.
Yeah.
But
Why would
yes,
she?
it does.
Why
sound
would
like
she even make that a? Why would she write it out in the first place?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
as someone becomes more more important to your thought process, the later on things go on, you might, deformalize their mentions.
So just for my own clarification, you guys are kind of having this powwow and everything still just out by the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do we need to go inside the chapel? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just trying to make sure I know what's going on.
But then, does Veneer want to take the lead on trying to find the trail into the trees?
Yeah, let our ranger.
I mean, I don't want to do everything. Can I help? Sorry, I similar to the previous one where we're.
Yeah. I said y'all could have advantage.
Okay.
Okay. So that was a very high perception check. So I'm gonna kind of go for what I was aiming for with that Arcana and Survival. Veneer, you are looking around and you have tracked lots of things. For example, you tracked rabbits just the other day.
Yeah.
You are aware, like, the tracks that a humanoid, this hag that you saw yesterday should lead. You saw the impression from where she landed, and you see, where she would have naturally ended on the ground, and then I guess you guys did not see the path that she took at all. That was just me. But as you are inspecting this, like, the lack of evidence borders on the obscene. Like, it is beyond what a good a skilled spy could achieve. So I'm just going to read to you, because of the high roll, and this is what I was hoping either the Arcana or the Survival would give you guys insight to. The Green Hag Invisible Passage. While invisible, she leaves no physical evidence of her passage.
I had no
only
idea.
By magic.
Dang.
So
we can't.
Oh man, that sucks.
Well, looks like we can't.
There goes that
track her.
investigation.
She's pretty good.
So I'll tell you one thing. Invisibility only lasts a minute. So we can do some more widespread search in the forest and see if maybe we can catch her after the fact. But there's opportunity that she cast it again, and that would increase the search radius. And I'm saying that the likelihood is still pretty low at this
We gain
point.
an advantage if we were to maybe lift someone to the top of the chapel and search.
You can try it and find
Kind of
out.
get him the height advantage, and I don't know.
Veneer, what is your favorite enemy again?
Dragons.
Dragons.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably not going to be too helpful right now. Oh man,
Sounded cool at the moment.
As you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, the assumption is that at some point you'll be fighting dragons.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's an incorrect assumption.
I guess me and Lanier could fight.
Yeah.
Okay, let's split up, gang, and search through the woods.
All right. Sounds good. Just a quick.
Oh, okay.
Well, we could spend like a little bit of time just to see if we find anything.
All right, I take off for the woods.
Okay, tell me how you guys are splitting up.
Well, I'm right here, so I'm gonna head this way.
Oh, so
So-
you mean like
Yeah,
everybody
5 point.
is splitting up
Yeah.
entirely? Like everyone is free for all right now.
Yeah, we're gonna scatter and try and cover as much ground in a search pattern as possible.
I'm going northwest.
Okay.
Can I pick up one of the golden bones?
Oh my gosh.
There's not any outside, but you could go inside and pick one of them up if you would like.
Okay.
All right, and so you head inside, pick up a golden bone, and you're just like putting it in your pack or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Cool keepsake you got there, Carm.
You don't know what I'm doing inside the chapel.
As
Yeah,
he comes
so-
out, I say it.
Tell me, John, like what kind of bone was it? How big is it? Where did you put it?
Wait,
And you can like whisper it to me if you want. I don't care. But
am I telling you that, or are you telling me what I got?
I mean, there's a whole assortment of bones in there, so you'd be able to.
Oh. I'll take a skull and a femur.
Huh.
And they're golden, right?
You guys checked them out earlier. They definitely look golden and metallic, but they aren't made of gold. They can't be melted down.
Okay.
And goes all the way through.
It's more just like bone that is gold in color.
Yeah, it would be closer to that than actual.
And it
gold.
goes all the way through, right? It's not like just a
Correct.
circle. Okay.
Oh, maybe you can make a weapon out of it.
I would
Okay,
like
other than that, you guys are pretty much just scattering in the forest.
Yep.
Yeah, I would like to
And I-
head towards the exit of the as like in my search pattern, towards the exit of that tunnel.
Okay.
I'm also continuing to look at the plant life for any herbs that I might find.
Are there any particular herbs you're looking for?
Jamaican herbs are high on my radar.
Someone should follow him.
Man, I've lost interest in babysitting Gal.
Okay, so did you guys make any sort of plan about when you're going to reconvene, or you're like what?
Maybe within an hour or two.
Yeah, let's call it an hour of trying to search our associated areas, and then meet back at this shrubbery where we found the book.
The shrubbery.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good.
Who? Yeah. Tell me. Okay. Like who just like went north of the chapel?
I think
Gal?
that's
Is that you raising
That's
a hand?
Gal.
All right. So Gal, okay, that was a pretty good investigation. Gal, roll intelligence also for me real quick.
Oh boy.
Unskilled
But he's very
intelligence.
intelligent, so.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Not bad. Okay, so y'all are kind of spreading out and checking the trees, looking for some sort of evidence of this hag's passage. It doesn't look like you're making much progress, and then Gal comes across what looks like a path in the wilderness. And for a second, he gets very excited about it until he realizes he is just standing on top of the tunnel that he collapsed. Actually, the hag.
Oh, so the unskilled int was to prevent failure.
But yeah, so you guys continue to search. Veneer, especially continues to grow suspicious of the lack of evidence. And just to help speed things along a little bit, for this monster, it is not actually casting the spell invisibility. It is a special skill called Invisible Passage, which
Dang.
just has a limit of concentration on it. So
That is
theoretically indefinite.
Go forever.
Well, all right. SOL it is. Man.
So as we are walking back to the shrub now, gathering.
Yeah.
up.
Your time would end up, you'd come back and reconvene.
That being the case, the fact that we found this book is some proof of positive direction with the investigation for the kid. I'm curious if maybe Amber can coax out whether or not the bartender knows anything about a place that might be called Eager.
Well, we'll have, and who knows what kind of lines I'm crossing here, but since Amber's not around, I can't really, remind her of things she would be aware of.
She will be at 7:45 though.
Around that, yeah, that's when the lesson should end.
As usual. Okay.
So yeah, if you guys, I could either pretend to be Amber for a second and maybe, provide the input I believe Amber will provide in 25 minutes, or I'll just
It's up to you, man.
I'll just tell. Well, okay, yeah, I was just gonna say, but I wasn't sure if Cade was trying to stop me. So Amber recalls that when actually there might be a better way to do this. Harm. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Harm, Phoenix, and Gallandan
Oh.
roll intelligence.
That's an awful group.
Oh snap!
Wrote me into this group.
Um,
15.
Pretty intelligent group of people.
Minus 1.
Surprisingly.
Gal, are you?
I did.
Oh, really?
Who's-
Where's-
14.
Oh, okay. Wow, look at you guys. They're all pretty much right up there. Okay. Yeah. So I'll say all of you guys are pretty aware that there's a lot of like racial slurs in this journal. You know, so like scaleback is a derogatory term for you dragonborn.
Oh, I noticed that.
Round ear is a derogatory term for a human.
What'd you say?
Round ear
Round ear. Okay.
is a derogatory term for a human. Gargoyle is a derogatory term for a tiefling. And
I was
Amber-
wondering about her involvement.
Amber would be aware that skin is a derogatory term for a dwarf.
Huh. I was just
Well,
calling.
that is very useful information.
What was the last one?
Are we-
Skin
are we all
is a
together?
derogatory term for a dwarf.
We're together at this point, right?
Yes.
You've reconvened.
Okay, so I was looking through. Wait, I was thinking about the thing Amber said, and I think Eager is the skeleton guy.
The big dude?
Oh,
The one that we demolished easily?
It's possible.
It was talking about the clangers becoming more
Docile.
docile after getting further
Thing is-
away. It talks about
And she captured, it seems like she captured Amber and attempted to strengthen Amber, but Amber's essence was too different from Eager. So it seems like Eager was someone who she strengthened before. So it makes sense that maybe she caught someone, strengthened them into the large skeleton guy.
and I think she might be looking for the skull as well. Because it talks about Yeager fallen and then Yeager missing and that they're unacceptable.
Oh, she wants a skull.
I think she does.
Bader.
Bait.
Fuck that. No, I need to learn more about this thing. I need to study it.
Alteration.
Good conjecture. That makes a lot of sense.
Carm, what's your intelligence again? Are you role playing correctly?
Oh, I was just going by wisdom.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh.
Based on what I noted from our experiences, and then through Veneer's great translating work.
Oh yeah. Clearly.
But other than that, I have no idea what other things this thing says. In fact, I can't even remember it.
Question, Philip. Is ale belly a derogatory term we should be aware of?
It is not specific to anything you guys know.
Okay, then my assumption from that one is maybe it's just maybe she's referring to someone who frequents a tavern is just all that means.
Scylla. Who is Scylla?
So she grabbed the kid, and then a day later they almost got the tiefling. And so maybe she tried to save the kid initially, because it says they tried to drag her to the trees, and I assume they're talking about that clearing where there's a whole bunch of flesh on the trees.
Yeah.
Can we go back to that clearing and do some Arcana checks to see if we can figure out whether or not there is arcane relevance to the trees?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Sure. And
we're walking-
while you guys are making your way over, Alden, you notice this like abrupt shove almost, and you turn around. And you see Gallandin attempting to get into your pack.
Hey, buddy.
No, this is me in game. I just face palm so hard.
I was wondering if I could see that skull.
I'm thinking probably not. No.
That's cool. That's cool.
Oh man. Okay. If that's the
Can
end
I
of
ask-
that,
Can I ask Amber if she knows or remembers Scylla or interacting with a dog or a small human while she was
a
abducted?
dog or a small?
Scylla. Scylla could be a dog.
Oh, okay.
Or something
Amber-
named Scylla.
Amber does not remember anything in particular. She does remember talking to Laura, which is that tiefling who was the one who seemed very concerned about Randall missing. And talked to her some in the tavern or at the stables. But no, doesn't recognize Scylla. Didn't run into any dogs or seemingly intelligent creatures.
Does Amber know who Scylla is?
No,
That name does not ring a
it
bell to
doesn't mean
her.
anything to her.
Sootskin was a derogatory term for dwarf.
Yes.
Yeah. Suits dwarf is fun of Scylla.
Scylla could be something she was injecting her with, but probably not. It's capital, so it's probably a name.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys are like making your way over to the hanging tree, still talking while you head over there. Whoever wants to can roll Arcana. I believe some of you did do this when you first came across it.
Maybe.
But we can do it again.
Is everybody rolling it?
I mean, if you're so the arcane can roll it, I guess. I mean, heck, anybody can roll it. It's just going to be a lot tougher for you not arcane people to actually get anything out of it.
All right. Well, I'll try it. Oh, precog hunch is off. I got to turn that off.
Sure.
Anybody else?
I'll roll.
Ooh,
Gal, you want to take a look at these trees? You
did
use
already.
magic.
I did.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so across the three of you, like you all are aware of the kind of general
Oh, well, that would do something.
presence of magic
I was looking for it. I was looking for it. Sorry.
within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Oh man, I should have used this.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Well, but
Time.
it only affects a visible creature. She's invisible, right? So
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So Veneer, actually, you don't identify any particular object or creature in the area. The remaining three of you, to various degrees, still feel that overall just sense of corruption and desecration that comes from the chapel. It doesn't seem particularly strong here. You might kind of be recollect in the journal that the hag apparently also made this original assumption that the trees weren't really arcane. It was just kind of a convention or something that the skeletons seem to use out of practicality. But she, like yourselves, is unsure. But it definitely does not stand out as extra saturated or anything like that. Unlike, I believe, the cauldron, which you guys checked and seemed to resonate much more strongly of magical energy.
Yep, no magic around here, guys.
Have we met any other dwarves?
Yeah.
You most definitely have.
I meant like within the context of this campaign.
Yes. On our way up, like very early on after we set out from that first town where we got our guild rocks or whatever.
But no one in in Delve.
I don't remember.
I must do a very poor job of describing things, which I have recognized and I'm trying to work on. But that blacksmith that you like attacked was a dwarf. I think so far every blacksmith you've encountered in this game is a dwarf.
Fair enough.
I think I'm being racist.
Racist. Okay. Well, should we go? I don't know.
Let's go talk to Del.
Man, I don't want to talk to that guy. He's not gonna like me.
We can.
I think we should send the other 3 that wasn't down there.
Good idea.
We can go talk to maybe the tiefling.
Laura.
Yeah.
So Galandan, both of those NPCs don't like you very much. So what are you gonna do?
So it looks like it's gonna be.
I got this, guys. I'm a real good people person. I'll go.
Oh,
No, I don't think you will. I think you'll stay with me.
I got a distinct impression that they were fond of me.
Even after you yourself decided to go take a walk when we were talking to Laura.
Just needed exercise.
oh right.
So how about this time, myself and Veneer and maybe even Amber can go find out some things.
Sure. I guess we'll stay here then.
Yeah, Amber was part of the
Incident.
escalation.
She was.
So she wouldn't be a good person to talk to
I think it just
Grendel.
needs to be y'all 2 that needs to go.
So not Grendel. But she seems to have a pretty good, or at least a mutual respect with Del, right?
Well, she would be able to talk to Delb, and present this tome and explain that we think it's related to his son, just to ease his.
Is Amber like comfortable with this idea, Philip?
I cannot. My assumption is that she will be, but that's too much for me to decide.
Well, what do you think, Veneer? We should take her or not take her?
I think you should take her, if for no other reason, so that Carm can keep an eye on her.
I mean, we can do this like when Natalie gets here. We can essentially say, "Hey, how do you respond to this?" And if she says, "No, I don't want to do that," then you guys left her because that's what would have happened right now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sure. Then she came with you.
Okay, perfect. Do you guys gonna camp out here?
We don't need to camp. We just woke up.
I know. I meant like, if we come back, are you guys gonna be here?
Who's gonna be chilling?
I guess we'll just keep investigating around.
Yeah.
Can I, Philip, just say that from now on going forward, any downtime that my character has is going to be spent investigating the skull?
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Because now that I know that this skeleton had a name for the hag, I don't want to try and carve it up like I was trying before. I want to study it more closely.
Okay. If I forget to ask you, remind me over those periods where you are inspecting it to have you roll investigation.
Okay.
All right, then let's head off. Veneer.
If we're gonna mosey on out of here, huh?
Hey, I'll race you.
One ring.
All right.
Oh wait, we can't leave the
We
little
can't do that.
All right, let's
Otherwise,
go.
I would totally be.
Okay. So you three, the third being Amber, are heading back to town, and we'll have Amber, regardless of how this actually goes, kind of stay away from when you're going to the blacksmith, I assume. So you make your way back. Correct. That's your first goal, is to go.
Wait, why are we going to the blacksmith?
Because he's the only other dwarf in town, and the book referenced a sootskin being fond of Scylla.
Yeah, I thought the reason that you
may
guys
be
were
the point
going
I
is
have.
because you're the ones the blacksmith doesn't hate yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh right.
that makes sense.
Oh, Sootskin fond of Scylla could use more funding.
That may be the weapon.
Is the name of the axe?
Can I
Yeah.
turn toward? I know you can't make the decision for Amber right now,
Okay.
but I mean, obviously we don't want her seeing the blacksmith.
Right.
I was gonna ask if I can borrow her weapon.
I don't think that she
You
would
definitely would
acquiesce.
say no.
Well, the reason, okay, so this is me talking to Vinier. I think the hammer is important in some way because she took the time to hide it.
Yeah, probably.
And there is a blacksmith in town that could possibly take a look and see why it's valuable.
Scylla.
I feel. Oh, I'm not there. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Could you telepathically transfer your thoughts to me?
Are you within 120 feet?
I don't
They
think
just
so.
left 2 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, they walked faster. Karm walked extremely quickly.
That's fine.
Well, yeah. So, but how do we bring it up to him?
We just show it to him and see, hey, what do you think about this object?
Like this hammer? Pretty nice, huh?
Well, I guess we'll just go talk to him and see what he thinks.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys kind of make it back to that crossroads where the coach and the forge and the stables are kind of splayed out. As you are approaching the smithy, you see again the smoke rising from the forge, and you see this very unhappy looking dwarf. Unhappy might not be the right word, just like an unfriendly, kind of angry looking dwarf hammering away at this forge, which is kind of connected to his shack, which is a covered area. The forge itself is also covered, but very there's no walls. It's an open area to let the wind go through. He's currently at the inside, not along the perimeter, as he's hammering away. As you get closer and closer,
I'm gonna turn toward Amber and ask her to stay back.
Okay. Amber has kind of ducked out of the way before Grundle would see her.
If she went at all, right?
If she went at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you guys get closer, you can kind of see that Grundle is aware of you. He looks at you out of the corner of his eye, but then he goes back to ignoring you as he continues working, perhaps a little more tensely than before.
All right.
So as we walk up, just say, "Hey, buddy, can we ask you some questions?"
So Grundle turns to you, and you see that he has kept his hammer, in his hand, with as he looks at you guys. What do you want?
We just have some random questions, totally random, to ask you.
I don't like questions. I've grown less fond of them recently.
Just one question. Surely you have time, right? Have you ever heard of somebody named Scylla?
Scylla.
And can I like investigate to see if he's like lying or not?
Well, you can probably after he responds to you.
Oh.
I know Scylla. Have you seen her recently?
No,
You're out
but
Is she from around here?
yeah,
Why are you asking about Scylla?
just totally random.
There seems to be someone else very interested in her, and we're trying to find her.
I don't.
Any help you could give us to information, we'd really appreciate it.
The other day there was a swarthy-looking lot that came this way. I did not have a very great exchange with them. You look to be of similar ilk. I'm not exactly sure why I would help you, but perhaps if you gave me some incentive, I could tell you what I know.
Wait, did these guys look pretty shady? Like maybe a couple dragonborns and maybe a human or something?
Shady might not be the correct term. Stupid and ugly. Probably.
Wait, what do they do?
You know what? I don't think that rings a bell. I don't think I've seen any of these people.
He's rolling.
Well, regardless, I mean, I'm working here, so you're taking up my valuable time. If you want to take up more of it, I expect some.
Hey, look, all right. We'll give you
Arm wrestle match.
2 silver pieces
Well,
for reward on any information you have.
what did you say? I couldn't hear the amount.
We'll pay him 2 silver pieces for any information he might want to voluntarily give up.
I have met Scylla, and he holds out his hand.
Oh. Gives him 1 silver piece.
Okay, he puts it in his pocket.
Anything else?
Goes back to work.
Pickpocket.
Pickpocket. Oh, that's gonna go well.
Oh man.
Let's
Okay.
let's go see if anybody else has met this Scylla.
I'm still clanging away.
As I shake my pouch of gold pieces and silver pieces while Veneer is saying that.
All right, he looks at you.
So here's the deal. The Scylla is very important to our cause, and we're going to need a little bit more information than that. And we don't know how much your information or how valuable your information is. So
It is extremely valuable.
can I insight check?
Yeah, go for it. Let me see what this guy's deception roll is.
gosh.
Well, you don't want to say what you're rolling, Philip.
Yeah, I won't. You can't tell. It's hard to. You're not used to dwarves. You're so naturally suspicious of Amber all the time that you're kind of suspicious of this guy too. But not sure if it's really well founded or not.
Okay. I sit a gold coin on his anvil with my finger still on top of it.
So his anvil is like
Smash his
in the
finger.
center. Yeah. You can't really reach it, but you can still do whatever you want.
I say to him as I have my finger there, you better make this worth my while, or you're gonna look more rough than you do now.
Oh no!
That party.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right. Roll initiative.
Wait,
Oh,
why
boy.
not? That was an intimidation.
That was intimidation.
That was
He's-
definitely
he is
intimidation.
reacting immediately. So roll.
Oh my
Initiative.
God.
There goes his fingers. He loses.
I know. Please smash his finger. That would be
Oh,
the
he
best thing.
doesn't even consider the gold coin, huh?
No, he is predisposed to violence in certain scenarios, and that nerve has already been exposed. So
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're way better than the other group who came in here.
Just don't attack him.
Where's the
what?
I guess I can just roll d20.
Yeah, you should just have. Just roll Dex. Since you don't have a token out there, or I guess you do technically. Okay, that's pretty fast. Okay, you see him just swing his hammer down, and you are able to get your fingers out of the way, but that gold coin is nice and smashed. He takes the smashed gold coin, puts it in his pocket, looks at you and says, "Y'all better leave." Well, except not y'all, because he's a dwarf. I believe your ilk, your group, has pushed its luck well enough already. I would suggest you go.
Wait, what group?
Get out of here! I know you said, "Oh, 2 dragonborns and a human." Oh, but they look ugly. I don't know them. You think I'm an idiot?
My coin without, I don't have a reaction to this.
What?
He took the coin and I didn't even have a reaction to this.
You can react to it right now.
Yeah. Did he get a chance to?
Oh man.
You better knock this guy out.
No.
All right.
You better read it.
So are you guys still standing there, or?
I'm just like kind of leaning on the doorpost, just watching, amused.
Hey, Amber's here.
Hey.
Hey, we're starting something again.
Again.
Hey, we're starting something again.
Amber,
So the TLDR, which you'll get in a greater, information in a second. They found a journal which has led them back to the dwarf, the black.
Grumpy Pants?
Yes, they only sent Karn and Veneer because he hasn't seen them yet.
Oh, that was smart.
and it's going great.
It's going really good. But we did figure out that he knows Scylla, so
Try to
valuable info.
again.
You just wasted a roll.
The dwarf immediately tries to break his fingers, basically.
Oh my god. Don't they know he doesn't like this?
Karn was
These
quick enough to
guys
get out of
wouldn't, because they weren't in that altercation.
but they are not currently very friendly. So the dwarf's essentially stolen a gold and a silver. I mean, I guess the silver was given from them. Here we are. So maybe we'll give Karm some time to very quickly, like a bullet time, figure out what he wants to do. Maybe I'll catch Amber up kind of with the journal and stuff, and
Okay.
get her set up. That works in 5 minutes or so.
Okay, sounds good.
I gotta head out at 8, so I'll probably just head out now. So if somebody wants to play my character,
Wait, what?
Who do you nominate?
Play it.
Well, we can just have you kind of be on autopilot. You essentially won't
Yeah.
be making decisions, like what Amber was
Just
for.
don't attack the dwarf. Make sure you roll good arm wrestling rolls too.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself real quick while I try to catch Amber up.
Bye, Noah.
Okay.
See ya.
See you guys.
Bye,
See you now.
Noah.
Okay, so let's talk about him.
I can't believe this guy.
Which guy?
This blacksmith.
Oh.
out of game, I totally understand.
Stole your goal.
I get it now.
I'm also gonna mute you guys because otherwise I just won't be able to focus.
Totally understand what, John?
I just totally get why you guys even got into this situation in the first place.
So now that he stole your coin, I'm thinking about leading a night assault on him and do some intimidation while he's asleep.
Intimidation while he's asleep. How is it supposed to be received?
Put a sword around his neck and then intimidate him while he wakes up.
Maybe leave a dead horse head in his bed, you know?
Wait, what?
I said maybe leave a dead horse head in his bed.
I have a background in criminal activity.
Ah, man. So we're gonna stalk where he lives, right?
He probably lives here. No, he does live here because
He live in that shack.
yeah, he has that shack, and that's where the one. That's where the Caleb
Could,
found the axe.
Do you have any powers in when they're asleep, going into their dreams and like out of game now? Inception. Back into the game.
No, I can't do that. At least not yet. I don't think I have an ability that will let me do that.
So no Inception. Okay.
Hey,
Well,
what's Soot Skin again?
Sootskin is a dwarf.
dwarf. So Scylla is a person.
Yeah.
Probably. Or the weapon.
No, it's a person. Probably a person. Should retrieve. That's getting fond of Scylla. Could use more funding.
That's why we were thinking it could be the hammer, because maybe the Sootskin, the blacksmith, is fond, or the axe. So the blacksmith is fond of the axe. So could use more funding.
Funding for what? More.
Maybe the hag was paying him or something.
Here's my thought. Maybe she is making dealings with Scylla, and Scylla has connections to Grendel, and Grendel could be a source of income through Scylla to her.
Or just go on a killing spree and kill everybody in town.
Murder hobo!
I'm in.
I already had my murder hobo fun. Except I didn't kill him.
I kind of want to kill this guy.
Oh, man. That would go so well.
Going evil for a little bit. The Dark Knight.
This guy, oh my word.
Death Knight. Be Arthas. What I just said.
What?
Be Arthas.
Warcraft. 3.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For Galaga.
I know.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Really? You never played Warcraft?
Huh.
Huh.
For the Lich King. Hey, stop that.
He's by far my favorite character in that.
Favorite
Amazing.
character or favorite enemy?
Character.
Stop that, you idiot.
He basically just murked Illidan like he was nothing. I love that. Did you?
I like
that
Illidan.
in-fight scene?
Illidan's super fucking cool.
Yeah, but he just got wiped
He's
during
got
that fight scene. That was pretty cool.
But I was a real big fan of the Warcraft 3 storyline and
Yeah,
the whole just Illidan's rise to power and stuff. It was so good.
yeah, they did a good job with that game. He ended up playing a lot of custom games.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I played Warcraft 3 for the story and
Yeah.
for tower defense.
Oh, tower defense. Those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have let's see, they came out with Uther's Party.
All right, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
But
So Natalie is getting all set up downstairs. So I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation, but I guess I totally did.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're reminiscing.
Yeah, well, go for it because she'll still take a few minutes. So you reminisce, and then whenever you're ready to play, we'll kind of try to.
Reminisce is over now. Just ruined it.
Moment ruined.
Ruined.
I'm sorry. I'll just check the recording and see if that's true at all.
Oh, it's true. Just, yeah.
Hang it. That did not go as planned.
Okay, so Veneer, yeah, is kind of fading into the background here, but Rundle is back working at his forge. You know, very obviously keeping you in line of sight.
Okay. Wait, so I'm still next to him at this point?
No, so the way that the forge is set up is there's kind of that outer perimeter, like, you know, what he would set down the knives or, you know, the shields on as he's trying to make.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The actual inner, like, crafting area where the actual furnace is, the actual anvil is. So he has gone back to the middle, you know, probably 5, maybe like 8 to 10 feet away from you, working at the anvil. It's not like a red hot sword he's working on. It's some sort of right now formless hunk of metal that he is pounding away at.
So I guess I back off from this little place, taking Veneer, and then also back towards Amber, and go towards the do we know the tiefling's name?
Laura.
Yeah, in her direction.
So you start heading over to the stables. As you get closer, you see her doing, you know, whatever hostling duties are kind of typical.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like brushing out a horse's hair and refilling oats and water and things like that. She just seems to be working, but not otherwise indisposed. Hi.
Did she notice us coming up?
Are you trying to go unnoticed?
No.
Okay. Yeah, she would notice you guys, and actually when she sees Amber, she would kind of, you know, fully divert her attention to you guys and run over and
So they know each other pretty well now?
Well, so Laura was the one who really kind of convinced Amber, or, you know, told Amber.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Randall and everything. And so as you guys like approach this tiefling, you know, she's red skinned. She has those horns that kind of, you know, like hook back over her head. Moderately, you know, pretty attractive as far as, you know, you would think tieflings would go for whatever relevance or however they do look similar to your own races. You know, you see, oh, her face is symmetrical and her teeth are white, sort of. Young, she looks to be like maybe you know, 20, early 20s, late teens. Hard to age a tiefling, so again, that's like the human equivalent, right? The prime of her youth, I guess.
Gotcha.
And yeah, she recognizes Amber. She runs over and says, "Oh my goodness, I never thought I'd, you know, see you again. You survived. Is there any word of Randall? Did you happen to save him?" You know, and then she kind of just waits.
Oh, I thought you meant Amber waits.
Answer. You know, like Natalie is. Oh, do you need an invite? Okay. Maybe Amber will be able to answer.
Oh man, is there a redo on the conversation with?
Getting like double rings.
Oh, you're there now.
Hey.
Yes. Okay. Weird.
Amber.
Yes.
We're gonna tag team this.
Okay. Yeah. So you. Natalie, supposed to get you up. You guys are now at Laura. Laura, when she saw you, got very kind of excited. Laura, if you remember, is the tiefling who was talking to you about Randall and kind of inspired your quest She didn't like tell you, hey, go save this guy or anything, but and so she just asked you, if there was any news of him.
Oh. So you made me be here to play out the bad parts?
Yep. I guess so.
Sure.
Wait, what?
So, am I actually talking to Laura right now then?
Yes, you guys are face to face right now. Would you like me to lead you into this conversation?
Yes.
Great. I will interject and say, "Hey."
That's
What'd you say?
I said, "Hey." But and I keep going. I say, "Look, we're looking. We still haven't found Randall, and I understand that Randall is very dear to you. We are trying to piece together some missing elements to finding where Randall might be held, and hopefully you could answer some of our questions."
I'll do anything I can to help.
Great. First off, that blacksmith in town, a complete douche.
Doesn't feel it out.
So as long as we're in agreement, we can continue the conversation. So we found this book. Well, we found this hag who is not very talkative. In fact, she attacked one of our party members. And I'm sorry?
Oh, the hag was at the chapel?
She was at the chapel, attacked one of our guys in the middle of the night. We fended her off, but then she dropped this book, and it does mention you.
No, it doesn't.
I'm not.
No, it doesn't.
Met a hag.
It doesn't?
No, her name is Laura. The name in the book is Scylla.
Oh, is Scylla the tiefling?
Gargoyle girl reference.
Yeah, the gargoyle girl.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl? That's hard to say. And me.
Gargoyle girl.
Try saying like So,
yeah,
anyway.
by the way, Natalie, should be the journal should be in your journal, so you should be able to see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you by any chance did you come in contact with any skeletons?
She kind of looks down. Oh shoot! But what? I need to pull up the journal because I'm getting my own timeline.
And as I say this, I reach into my bag and pull out one of the skeleton bones that I picked up, and then show it to her.
Oh gosh.
This color.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I did. I went to look for Randall. I went. I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. He hadn't shown up yet, and I figured if he wasn't going to come back to me, maybe I could go find him. But yes, there were those terrible skeletons, and they found me and they grabbed me, and I was able to get away. I don't know how, but I did not find him. That chapel is cursed. I mean, you guys know, you were there. I don't think Randall is probably around anymore. But yes, I went up there. I tried to find him, and I failed.
Okay. And you don't remember seeing any a hag of some sort, do you?
No, I just so many skeletons.
Where were you when you were attacked?
South of the chapel. I was actually, near the trees, but they came up behind me, and next thing I knew, I was being dragged. I'm thankful they didn't kill me outright, but it's terrifying.
It was very terrifying.
And how long has Randall been gone since that day?
Since the day he was taken?
Yeah. Well, I mean, since the day you met the skeletons out there.
So you're asking how long he waited to go look for Randall?
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks before I had the courage. So,
2 days, you said?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
And out of game, do I have any concept of how long I was in?
So you know that you went up to the chapel, it would be 8 days ago.
Okay. So he'd already been missing for a while when I went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'd find the cleric, but she was not there either. I thought maybe together.
Gotcha. I do have another question. Are you like familiar with the dwarven blacksmith?
Everybody knows Grundle. He's a strong personality.
Are you maybe a woman named Scylla?
I mean, there's people come and go in the tavern often. There may have been a Scylla around for a couple of days, but not a regular. No.
Not a regular, but definitely not. There definitely isn't a Scylla that resides in this small town, right?
No, not that I know of. No.
Okay. So I don't know if you're aware of this, but part of my group is not in good standings with the town.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
And you seem to be somewhat close to Delb.
I know Delb. He was Randall's father. We live in the same town, so yes.
Small town.
Good. Well, just kind of given all the information I've presented voluntarily, I would say this isn't something that we're making up. I mean, would you say that?
I believe you. I don't know how you knew that I was at the skeletons, that journal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think what we need to do is go talk to Delb, and because you're the only other person that's mentioned here definitively.
I cannot go talk to Delb about this. I cannot do it.
And I won't ask you why. But
why?
But why?
But we do need to get on somewhat of a, not so much trust, but at least for him to believe us that what we're saying is true. Does that still not? I guess I mean, this is for the benefit of finding Randall.
Ooh, throw that.
You can roll persuasion.
By the way, you guys, I assume we gave you the book because the idea was that Amber would potentially have the option to talk to Delb, and she could impart to him what we've come to believe as results of the book.
Yeah,
okay.
Amber has the book right now.
I do have the book?
That's what I was assuming.
Okay.
The scenario.
I've only sort of read it because I'm trying to follow what y'all are saying.
That's okay. like, you can't. The way you're reading is fine, but it's more like you're recollecting kind of what Veneer told you because it's in a language that you can't understand either.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Veneer can read it.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. I wish that I still believed Randall might be alive. I truly do. But I know him. He would have fought his way back if it was possible. He would have returned by now, and I cannot face his father.
Okay. Then we will try to convince Delb without you. And if we do need your assistance, we'll come back and talk to you.
What are you trying to? What are you trying to
Yeah,
accomplish?
that was gonna be my question.
Randall is gone, and we're all facing that in our own ways. I am not sure telling Delb you found a book that makes it look like he was captured by a hag is going to make things better. What are you seeking here?
Well, someone, some dwarf was very moved and wished to at least get to the bottom of this. And it seems like this chapel and its inhabitants have plagued this town, at least for some time.
Yes.
So some promises were made to find Randall, if not alive, at least the whereabouts. And we're just following through on that.
A word of advice to you. Show him the book, if you must. Tell him it came from the chapel. Say whatever you need to say, but hags are not known. And she's kind of, tearing up at this point. For giving kindly deaths. Might avoid, and I can't act that well or whatever. But she's essentially talking through tears right now. Essentially saying, don't relate to this guy that his son may have suffered one of the more grisly deaths available. The sentiment.
Is that a teardrop in your eye?
Very moving.
Okay. We will definitely keep this as professional as we can.
We're sorry we didn't have better news.
But I feel like at least you guys would like to know who your neighbors are.
Thank you for doing what you could.
Also, never use the blacksmith in town for any. Okay. If you don't have any more, I guess, things that you wish to share with us, then we'll be on our way.
Wait, I might have something that could help you.
Do tell.
What?
Do tell.
Okay. Well, so she kind of steps back and goes into a little office that is kind of hooked in, into a room that is kind of tucked away into a corner. And you see her in there, and then she comes out of that office holding something in some rags, and she kind of presents it to you guys, and you see a silver belt buckle.
Oh man!
And
buckle.
Why do we want that?
Randall was wearing a silver belt buckle.
Yep.
No, we actually don't know that. What we do know is that Delb told us to look for a silver belt buckle.
Yeah.
Mm.
Says, this was Randall's. If you could tell Delb you found it surrounded by wolves or something, I think that would help all of us.
Is there a bird on the belt? Oh, I can't ask.
Yeah, you would see like this kind of inscribed like
What?
little thing.
Wait,
I'm so confused now.
yeah, Laura, why would it be terrible for him to know that he was caught by a hag, but less terrible to be mauled by wolves?
No, he's dead.
You're just wanting closure for his dad?
Well, yes, I was hoping that if you said he was surrounded by slain wolves, his son faced a heroic death, not a horrible one at the hands of a hag. You can tell whatever story you like.
Okay, let's calm down here. Can I ask? How did you come into possession of this belt?
There we go. I'm quite curious.
Randall and I were close.
Huh.
Question. Okay, hold on. Can I ask the DM something? Do I know how old Randall is?
No, none of you guys do, but for some reason you've been assuming he's like 6 this entire time.
Because that's what I've been assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, you guys thought he was like a little kid?
Yeah. I thought he was a little kid.
That was like
No,
5.
you didn't know that. He and Laura were like,
Yeah.
hey.
No, Delp.
Okay, so we thought it was Delp and
Mind's blown.
Wow, no one asked me.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh, that just changed everything.
Yes. So back in the game, she's offering you this belt. She obviously doesn't want to continue talking about the death of this person she was very close to.
Right.
Uh,
Oh my God.
So that's exactly what we'll make her do.
Okay, go ahead, please.
well, I mean, that's it. So are you guys taking this buckle or what?
Oh,
He doesn't have anything to.
so she just thought that we were close.
You were close?
No, that she
yes.
she and Randall were close, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
You're very close. And then she doesn't go into further details because she's a lady.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we can take it. I'm not necessarily saying that we're going to do what you were asking us to do, but if you don't want it.
But you can tell him whatever you would like. I would just like to grant Delb some peace.
This I mean, upon learning this information, I have one more question. I'm sorry. But when was the last time you saw Randall? And was he, say, going to the chapel?
Was 7
Did
days.
you plan on going to the chapel?
I last saw him on the day he disappeared. And we were already at the chapel.
Okay. Cool. Just need a secluded place. I got it.
You said that in character, didn't you?
And you didn't have you didn't notice any skeletons walking about?
There was a reason it took me 2 weeks to return.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo!
Thank you for all of that. And we will We won't bother you again.
Tally ho, governor.
Well, we're still outside the chapel, right?
As I guess as we start walking away, can we? Can I turn towards Amber and discuss our findings?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So they were. I don't know how she managed just to have the belt.
I think you do.
Okay,
Wait.
so I do. They might
Wait,
be doing
wait.
the deed.
Time out. Did she just give you his body? Right?
No.
Belt.
Belt. Why would she give him
Oh.
the body?
What the hell, Cade? Where were you?
What are you doing? What are you thinking?
I thought she handed them a bunch of rags. So I thought it was him wrapped up, and they noticed the belt, so they knew it was rags.
No. He's pretty strong
Okay.
to do that.
My mind is far less blown right now.
Wow.
And I say, I mean, I get it. I mean, she's young, she's attractive, she's symmetrical.
She has white teeth.
So I mean, okay. This is obviously something we should tell Dell, and it does.
Wait, we should tell what? That his son was close to this person? Why did you know that?
No. That his son is dead. I don't want to
They
say
were pretty
dead,
sure
but
he's gone.
how do we explain away the fact that we have the belt without?
You lie.
Well, so I do have a question. What was it that you were like? Why did you want me to talk to Dell? What are we hoping to accomplish?
Well,
Other than,
because you
I know
have-
we left on bad terms, but
Because you have
Now
the
that's
best
a moot
terms.
point because we have a way out.
Hey, you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, we have substantial evidence to tell them what our findings were as far as like, there were skeletons, there is a hag, someone's been just pretty much surveilling the area.
Mhm.
And now we also have this belt.
So is our point just to give him closure, or were you trying to get something else?
Well, if we can give him closure, and here's the thing, our chances of finding this hag, if we go back to our group and still not find this hag, it is very low.
Yeah.
At least there's closure to the town. And we can go about our business. At least we know there's no more skeletons there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we could either try to communicate that to him or like write him a note and leave it and then move on. Is that terrible if they don't want to talk to us? If we're trying to let them know that like we did our best, hopefully your town is at peace. We think the chapel's okay now.
I'm sure Dell will want to talk to us if we show this belt to him.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to be the deliverer of the belt.
Well, you are the last person to talk to him. And it seems like you guys at least were not angry at each other.
True.
So, and my mouth is a little parched. Both in game and out of game.
You have had to talk a lot. I mean, okay, so our main objective is to be able to sort of tie a bow on this and move on. Is that correct?
Yeah. We need to explain to him that there is indeed a hag, as written down in these notes, that he may not be able to read. But
what language is it in?
Sylvan.
Sylvan.
Oh.
Which isn't an Elvish script.
It's kind of, I mean, it's like there's like the Fae. I think it's most associated to the Fae, which are like spirits of nature and stuff like that. So perhaps not strictly Elven. But
Okay.
Woodland elves.
So we just need to tell him that what we were telling him before is true. I have these golden bones. Now we're alive at one point. I couldn't just painted golden bones because the goldness goes all the way through. That there is a hag because we have notes taken down by her. And also his son was heavily involved in some way, although we can't find where it is or where he is, whether or not he's alive or dead. But he has been gone for a long time, so.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm still a little unsure why we can't just leave, but if you do feel like we owe it to them, then I can try to.
Oh, I am all about leaving, but promise to a certain tavern owner, which would be you, that you would find his son.
I did. That's true. Or that I would. Okay, then I will talk to him.
Okay.
Do we need to talk to Grumpy Pants anymore before we leave the town?
I'll take care of that later.
Okay.
Grendel Grumpy Pants. That's his official last name.
Okay, so stop me if I'm getting anything incorrect, but I'm assuming you guys are walking over to the tavern. Carm, as far as you know, no one really dislikes you, but I think your plan was kind of to hang back. You get up there, Amber, you would go up to the guard up front and say, that you have news concerning Delb's son. And the guards are aware, that you were in there yesterday and Delb was talking to you, so they would usher you in. They let you in. The guards, mind you, that were not there before the altercation the previous day. And so they let you in and show you into that back room where you had been previously, where Delb is sitting behind his desk, but all of his attention turns to you as you walk in. And he just says, I hear you have news of my son.
I do. And I wish that it was better news. Thanks for being willing to meet with me. Unfortunately,
and you just see his head, sink as soon as you say, I wish it was better news.
It's not definitive, but we wanted you to hopefully have some closure. I do sincerely apologize, as I told you that I would try to find your son. I do have something that I think that you might want of his, and I will give him the belt.
Where he takes it from you? Where did you find this?
I'm not sure if you would want to hear all of the specifics. So my goal is to give you as few details that might be harmful to you as possible, but to hopefully provide you some closure.
I mean, so that's not really a great way of making somebody not think horrible things happen.
Just keep talking.
Horrible things did happen. I'm not gonna lie to him.
Oh, okay.
Lie.
I look towards Amber and I do this little. Come on, keep going.
There, you get right. They're in a back room. You're not even in the tavern.
Oh, they're in the back room. Okay.
Yeah.
You just walked up to them.
Okay.
So what you're allowed to do, Natalie, is you're allowed to say, "Hey, my character is more eloquent than I am. These are the sentiments I am, trying to convey," and then you can roll performance or something like that. If you don't want to role play the specific situation, that is an option you have.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm definitely not very eloquent. What I'm trying to communicate is that we don't know. It's not like we found his body. We do not exactly know his end, but we do unfortunately feel pretty sure that we have exhausted all possibilities to find him, and to be as vague and respectful as possible about where we got the belt.
Are you? But you will not lie when he asks you about the belt.
Nope.
Okay. I guess go ahead and roll. I mean, it has to be charisma. It's not really persuasion, and you're not lying, so it can't be deception. So I guess you're going to have to roll performance.
That does sound like I'm lying, but okay.
If you're not lying about, I mean, I guess you are lying. You can roll deception. If you
So
were
what am I rolling? Ooh, I'm not good at deception.
the only one who can get in the door, so
I'm equally bad at all of them, so I will roll.
I believe you have done your best, and I believe it was not good enough. Thank you for the belt. I believe the terms I set yesterday were all would be forgiven if you returned with my son. You have not done that.
I have not.
So I thank you for all that you have attempted. And please leave.
Yes, I understand. We don't mean to cause you more pain. We just wanted you to have all the information
Please
we
leave.
had, so we will leave.
Please leave.
I was leaving, you little toot. I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying that to the DM.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you leave. That's about how it went down.
Yeah, I'll tell Carm.
I'm assuming you guys kept the journal, left the belt buckle.
Yes, I did not give.
The journal.
Huh. Well,
Okay.
Were we trying to find out any more information about Scylla, or are we going to pause on that for now?
So these guys, this town still doesn't like us, which is
No.
fine.
Yeah.
I I nudge Veneer and I tell him to follow me, and we head towards the blacksmith.
Oh,
Just in
Jesus.
veneer?
oh gosh.
Okay. I'm gonna, at the
Wait,
chapel
what?
that you guys are doing, you know, like we've been spending a lot of time where I believe the action is, but I don't know if there was any plans anybody else had that they wanted to have us like flashback for real quickly.
I'll roll my investigation check.
I will do the same.
What are you investigating?
I have no idea.
What are you investigating? Oh, your investigation check for the skull. Okay, yeah. Go.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. So you've given up on, you know, like trying to chisel out anything of the skull. You kind of look over it, you know, can do that arcane sense. Of course, the skull is evil. It's a skull of a giant skeleton. You know, that's. But you don't really you don't notice any psychic resonance or anything like that. You feel like, you know, you're getting more familiar with the skull, but there's nothing particular. Perhaps over time you will learn more information.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna plan to use my wall of text skill on it next long rest opportunity to get more arcane special information about it.
Yeah, Dan investigates nothing, finds out nothing. Yeah, okay. So we'll go back. I just didn't want to, you know, if you guys had any urgent business.
Just chilling.
Back to you.
Making a
I
fire.
mean,
Right.
Dan's being stealthy, so there's that.
Sure. Call itself.
All right. You guys are heading back to the blacksmith. Are you like
We're stealthing up to him.
stealthing?
Oh,
Just
jeez.
you are approaching. So okay, like it's a blacksmith.
Carm, I'm still trying to figure out what you're doing. Why are we doing this?
He stole a gold coin.
Amber, I think you should head back towards the chapel.
I mean, I don't want to be a part of what you're doing, but I also don't want to somehow be complicit in allowing whatever terrible thing is about to happen.
Okay. How far away is the blacksmith place from the town?
It is not from the town. It's so again, it's not really a town. It's like this little almost market that sprung up at a crossroads. You know, so it's bread and butter are these travelers who need like their armor repaired or a place to stay for the night or their horses, taken care of.
Okay.
Pretty much these 3 buildings that are all like at an intersection, right?
Okay.
So you have the tavern on the one side. If you recall, well, you weren't there, but so last time when that altercation took place, Delb just had to exit the tavern, and they could hear him yelling, and he could see them falling over each other. So it is very close. So if you were, the shack is to the north of the blacksmith, right?
Okay.
But connected to it, the tavern faces that's east. So it has like a clear view of this blacksmith when you approach it. So Grundle has been able to kind of keep an eye on you as you enter and exit the tavern. If you're going to attempt to sneak up on him,
Okay.
go northwards and try to sneak behind his shack. Like you have both Grundle who'd be looking for you and the guards in front of the tavern who are going to be keeping an eye on you guys.
Gotcha. Okay. And what time of day is this?
It's like
midday, right?
Pretty much, yeah. You guys walk down here and have talks probably a little bit before midday. It is not, just you guys would be very aware that this is not a great place for stealth. Like, so if you recall in the original description, this place was called the Coach, and next to the tavern itself was this one large tree with like a wagon stuck in it. Like that is the tree of the Coach. So it's not even like a weird area.
Okay, I got it, Phil.
Okay, I'm not
going to stealth, realizing what time of day it is.
You're gonna what?
I'm not going to stealth, realizing what time of day it is.
Yeah, you're just gonna walk right up there blatantly.
Okay.
Alvin doesn't know.
Time to go evil.
I walk up with Veneer to the blacksmith, and he's still looking at us, right?
Yeah, and if you get like, if he can tell that you are actually coming to him, he is going to grab, his hammer in his left hand and the largest sword that he has lying around, not a great sword, in his right hand.
Okay, so do I see him doing this as I'm walking up to him?
He is not hiding this.
I put both my hands up in the air and I say, hey, looks like my group and I have caused a lot of trouble for you. And I'm sorry. I'm going to hand them 5 gold.
Whoa!
And sorry for all the trouble.
Are you putting it on the counter and then you're like backing off some?
Yeah, I'm just going to put it on the counter, back up. Does he respond?
He walks over. He swipes it into his pocket. Kind of gives you a look up and down. Phila was a wench. He was in the tavern for a couple of days. Paid me a lot of attention. Kept trying to get people to go up to the chapel, saying there's gold up there. Told her she was an idiot. A nice looking woman. And then goes back to work.
Did you ever make any? Never mind.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was just gonna ask if he has made any dealings with Scylla.
No.
So like you haven't made anything for her or anything like that.
She doesn't need swords or armor.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Let's see. I kind of warn her, saying if you see Scylla again, I'd be very, very, very cautious of the person. She likes to put her hands into not so great things.
One of my favorite things about her.
You know what? You should make every attempt to wed this person. Good luck to you. And then I walk off.
Wow.
Okay. So I go to Amber. Okay, we know Scylla is this hag's pretty much alter ego.
Ah.
It seems like Amber was not so sure of that, at least.
Well, no, I just feel like I'm missing things. So that's really weird.
Okay.
You think so?
Yeah, it seems pretty obvious. Anyways, let's go back to the group and tell them about our findings and what we've done.
Okay. Yep, that sounds good. What the heck? The hag has an alter ego?
You,
All right, so they meet up back with us,
yep. Safe travels.
and they've just told us everything that happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah,
When he says our alter ego, he means the form that she transforms into.
Yeah, I just didn't know she had that capability. Do we know that, or we're guessing this?
Well, that's one possibility. It is another entirely that it's a separate person.
well,
That
she's like a schizophrenic maybe because she's going on an involuntary sabbatical. Maybe that's because, she has to transform back to this other personality that will be taking over.
you
We're
are
working
so
together now.
correct, Gallandan.
Huh?
I said you are so correct.
Wow.
Gallandan, will you roll insight for Alden? Because I'm not sure if he's being sincere or not.
I think Alden needs to roll persuasion.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 so that you don't know whether or not I'm rolling persuasion or deception.
No, that's funny.
Oh, wow.
No, damn it! That was sarcasm out the ass, Gallandan. Out the ass.
So mean.
Okay. We're getting to that point, right?
I'm definitely gonna have to read this journal later because I'm not picking up on the stuff you guys are.
So what's our theory as to what the
We're all together now, right?
Yeah.
yeah
So
forced sabbatical or whatever?
She may or may not be following up on that. I would be interested in, as much as I would love to put this town behind me, now that I know that there has already been some serious research into whatever powered the skull that had psychic abilities, I kind of just want to see if Scylla makes an appearance sometime in the night.
So do we need to arm this place up? Maybe set a trap? Bait?
No.
Bait?
It would happen, there's not really a place to lay a trap, especially at someone else's hostile location.
true.
So best case scenario is just we wait till dusk, and then I can go dark vision or tremor sense and know if there's movement near the house. But that's the extent of what I can do.
Near the chapel, right? Is that what you said?
No, near Grendel's place.
Oh, okay.
But that's the single lead that I'm interested in.
Philip, we found nothing useful while they were in town. We found nothing useful in our investigations.
We have investigated this chapel like 50 times over.
Yeah.
There's nothing useful there.
Yeah, with your two, Dr. Dan. did not find anything.
Well, that was a okay.
What?
I was rolling a bunch of times. They weren't.
That was when Alden was going to roll investigation, so you also rolled investigation.
Well, here's the deal, guys. Obviously, this skull is really important to this hag. I kind of feel like this hag will show up at some point to retrieve it.
Oh.
Yeah, she very well may just sneak up on us in the night and then.
Right. But
Scratch your head.
I basically have no sympathy for this town. Everybody's very secretive and also very, I don't know, not trusting of people, which they have good reasons to. And I'm also down half of my money. We gave closure to Delve.
Yep.
We know the story behind this whole place. I mean, obviously, the only thing we're missing is
The hag.
this hag, which also, together with Randall, but I don't even really care about Randall.
We did. We just think we found a sad answer.
Because he is not a child. This guy is a full-grown man.
He's not a full-grown man. He's like, what, a teenager?
Dang.
Okay.
I think he's a full grown man.
Well,
Full grown enough.
we also know this person is probably somewhere naked.
There you go.
I am okay with moving on to try to.
I think we could just keep delivering the axe, and then if this skull is that
She'll
valuable,
keep following us.
She'll keep following us.
That's a possibility, but I'm trying to look it up again. Where's the axe need to go?
Ormond's Delve.
Yeah.
Oh,
Town north of here. I think it's about a day's travel.
all right. Considering it's a day's travel and it's already midday, why don't we try the stakeout to see if Grendel has any visitors, and then we set out first light to Delve.
Okay.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, so you can do that. I actually have this nice little thing which I use to figure out how long stuff should take on my map.
Is it would you call it a ruler?
It's kind of a ruler. Not really. I had to make it custom. Anyway, and it's really more like 4 hours journey.
Oh,
Oh.
well then we could just do that today.
4 hours of travel, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Well,
let's
then will you
go.
be bummed if we don't? If we do leave, I mean?
What?
Will you be really bummed if we do leave?
Well, I mean, I might get the same information just quicker if I can get in contact with the hag and whatever notes she has.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if we rely on the idea of her finding us, that lowers the possibility of us finding said notes, because she will meet us and we won't be able to find where the rest of her documentation may live, which I would be interested in. But I imagine that if I just do my own research over time, I may find the same information that I would by reading her notes.
Okay.
So
Well, my vote
you
would be to move on personally, but
that's fine. You guys would still get your vengeance upon the hag, and I may eventually acquire knowledge that I desire of this skull.
So
To Delve.
okay, I'm good.
Off we go.
are you okay with that, Carmen?
Well, I was just gonna say I'm okay with whatever Alan wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind staying if he wants to.
It's all right. The possibility is probably pretty low that we can actually find where she does her deed.
Okay.
I also would like cash.
Me too.
Come back!
You don't have the axe, you dumb dumb.
That's true. I have it, don't I?
I know.
Why are we giving all of our valuables to?
Because he's the only one that can use them.
Okay, so you guys are just like getting up in your typical traveling order and
Who's first again?
heading north. I think probably Veneer. It goes
Veneer.
Veneer, Alden, Gallandan, Carm. If you guys are trying to make alterations.
Not
Where do I go in this lineup?
Ooh,
Eh.
good.
Somewhere in front of me.
yeah.
Put her in the middle.
Okay, I'll go in the middle. That's fine.
Amber can go in front of me.
In front of Alden? Okay.
I'll go second.
You already are.
Oh, never mind.
So what does this mean then? This means Veneer, Phoenix, me?
Yep. Alden, Gallandan, Carm.
Okay. Oh, Karma's in the very back. Of course I was going to be in front of him.
All right. Hey, look at that.
Oh, thanks.
Coming down. How nice. Okay.
Why is Dr. Dan right next to Veneer?
So
Hi. Where would I be?
okay. So you guys would probably remember the instructions. Essentially, you go north of Ormond's Delve on this road, which you left to get to the chapel. At some point up in the future, it does fork. You want to take the west fork to get to Ormond's Delve. And yeah, as you recall, the Ormond's Delve is like a mining town.
Yeah.
Alden would know a little bit more about it, but we'll wait to share extra. So you guys are all getting set up. It's around midday. You want to take so you'll eat beforehand. I guess you don't really need like a short rest or anything since you haven't really expended any. But we'll say that you've gotten eating and crap out of the way. Just
Ooh, I was about to though.
oh, you were about to. Okay, you guys, I'll march up, or I'll get an order, start heading north. It's, as you know, about 4 days, or 4 days. And let's have everybody go ahead and do a perception roll.
Gosh.
Yeah, my favorite role.
Not bad.
Wow, not bad at all.
That's bad.
That was
just
bad.
what I expected.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, okay.
Wow, what happened?
Yeah, you guys can actually like roll stuff now.
That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
It was,
Why is there fancy stuff on Alden's?
That's custom stuff for when I activate precognitive hunch.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm a very techie person, so I know how to customize my character sheet.
Nice.
Okay, so you guys are making your way. It's still kind of, the plains that you had been walking through before reaching the coach. As you get into a couple hours of your journey, you can start to see Ormond's Ormond's Rock, which is this mountain that they're kind of mining out of. It's a mountain that kind of exists by itself, sort of like Ormond's Spike, which you guys had passed on your way here. So you can see it off in the distance, but you still got some travel. It's not a huge mountain. And as you are traveling along, all of a sudden, Alden and Carm and Phoenix hear this yell, essentially, this yell for help coming off from the west of you guys. You look over there and you can see some activity happening. You're not exactly sure what it is, and it looks like this area is a little bit. It's not like swampy or whatever, but it is a little more marshy than the other areas. There's just more groundwater. You realize, that that river that the had been going by the chapel, you would no longer see, but perhaps is going underground, and is why there's like this particularly fertile area. Which this no, I did not roll from Veneer.
I wondered that too.
Which I'll do that. Oh, Veneer changed to. Does Noah draw?
What?
Does Noah draw?
Oh,
Oh. Whoa. Did he draw his own avatar thing?
My question.
Cool.
We'll have to ask him next time.
Looks like it.
I don't see it.
and
You
the
click,
char-
go to the list of characters. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Nice.
Yeah, so nothing super. He didn't have a great roll either. But okay, so yeah, you heard the scream off from the west, or call for help. More like you see some activity going on over there. It's a little bit more marshy.
dudes, what are you guys looking at?
What?
Because I didn't notice it. Right? But I noticed them noticing it, so.
Yep. What are you guys looking at?
Anybody gonna answer me? Hello.
I'm not answering.
Start waving my hand in front of Alden's face. Alden.
You're behind me.
I thought we just heard something.
Get out of order. What?
I thought we heard something. Did we?
We
see
did.
Yeah, you heard something, and then you could see some sort of commotion, but you can't really make out what in the distance.
Oh, okay.
What are you looking at? Who am I next to? Carm. Carm, what are you looking at?
I keep walking.
Keep just walking? Oh, okay. So
I'll walk towards it.
Oh, come on.
Man, we almost subverted this encounter.
You were so close.
So close.
I had to do it. Itching inside me.
So now do I notice it now that Phoenix is starting walking toward it?
Yes, you could pick up on.
Oh my gosh, that person's in trouble, and I start running.
Oh, Jeebus.
With that, what I'm gonna.
Before he takes off, I trip him.
Wait, what do I roll? Can I roll athletics?
Probably acrobatics, right? What am I rolling?
I don't know.
Does it matter if I roll anything at this point?
Wait. Dan, what about your +1?
Performance. Other performance.
What +1?
You get a +1
Okay.
with your flu shot.
I do? Awesome. So I got a 4.
Okay, you both rolled terribly. So Phoenix attempts to trip you, and you pretty much knock him to the ground also. So both do that.
Phoenix, this is not the time for this.
We need to look at what's going on before we charge ahead.
Okay, fine.
Figure out what's actually happening.
Alden, do your creepy mind thing and figure out what's happening.
Can I stealth up?
You guys are still.
I'm just slowly I'm
help.
stealthing up there.
Can I stealth up?
Okay, how are you guys stealthing? This is just like a marshlands with no trees. I mean, you can describe it and roll stealth, but I'm not exactly sure what.
How far away is this scuffle?
How far is this?
Man, I'm so bad. Like 2-3 football fields lengths. 900
Okay.
yards.
And there's just a group of people.
You can't really tell.
Oh, well, I'm a fast walk it a little closer to get a better idea of what's going on.
As you guys get closer, you recognize that there is a single voice that is yelling for help, and there's no clanging of swords or anything like that. As you get closer and closer, you start to see that it looks like there is one humanoid figure surrounded by things on the ground that are moving closer to it. You can't quite make out exactly what those things are until you get closer still, unless you're stopping at some point.
No, I'm still trying to move faster and faster toward it.
Can I yell out if Randall, is that you?
Yeah, can we tell, does this person have pants on?
Yeah, as best you can tell, they have things.
Okay.
All right, well,
Okay, well, let's just keep walking. That's not the guy we're
faster
looking
and
for.
faster.
Okay, so eventually you guys over here.
Sneak attack. Sword out. Let's go.
Ow!
What?
Do you not like snakes?
Not at all.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, is that Amber or Natalie?
I feel like that was a Natalie
Oh,
response.
yeah, that was, Amber is fine. Natalie's terrified.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I need to figure out what layer I have this stupid square on because, well, actually, screw that. I'll just draw a new one. So the square was the original area that I thought I'd let you guys kind of set your tokens within, depending on how quickly you got there. But you took long, so I'm going to shrink it a little bit.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Oh, goddamn, no. So you guys can arrange yourselves within this other square. Sure, where Phoenix is, we'll say is as close as you can get. No, Galandan, no.
No, not on top of me. I don't want you on top of me.
We
Galandan
tripped.
is right
We
on
stumbled
each other.
on top of each
No,
other.
that was before.
That was
Come off of
before.
me.
Okay, and so what you guys can see is this little thing way out here looks like a halfling, which is very concerned with these snakes, which seem to be focusing on him and moving closer. He, keeps trying to kind of essentially get out of their way. You can see some of the snakes are highlighted in red and some of them are in green.
No.
You can't see
Yeah,
that?
not really.
No.
No.
You can't see
They're
that?
all great.
How do I make that show up then?
Wow, that's far. 80. Oh no, that's 85, not 850.
Veneer, talk to the snakes. Tell them to stop. I mean, I'll
Does
do it.
anyone speak parcel tongue?
Can you see
Veneer
there?
can.
Can you see the red circle around 1 now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Well, I'll
I can't. What? What are you talking about?
do that
You
quickly.
rolled a 3.
can't see it.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
I see two.
Yeah,
I'm
I
working
see 2.
on it. I'm working on it.
Buddy.
So is that their attack range or something?
No, they look very different. The red ones and the green ones.
Okay.
Green ones are friendly.
You can test that theory. No, yeah, the green ones are
Is that a
smaller than the red
snake?
ones. They're still large snakes.
Is there a snake right there? Is that a snake or is that a stick?
That is a.
All right.
Okay, so how many greens do you see now?
I see 3, 4.
4. 4 green, 3 red.
Okay, yeah, the green snakes. They're large snakes, but they are somewhat regular large snakes. Right?
Regular large snakes.
They look dangerous. Veneer would probably, even though they're not technically dragons, or that close to it. They're snakes. They're pretty common knowledge. So these things are dangerous and probably poisonous given their coloring and everything like that. These red snakes are substantial, and they are not something which you guys think you have encountered before. They are.
Poor halfling.
Pardon me?
Poor halfling.
What?
Can you not? I just said poor halfling. It's not an important comment.
Poor halfling. I was like, what is happening? Yeah, so these other snakes are red and are large, and are almost like glowy-y, right?
Ooh,
Ew.
glowy-y.
Yes, they do not. They look much more intimidating than the green ones, even just to a casual glance. Okay, and so that is where we are. So how about everyone rolls initiative?
Yay!
Why are you so excited?
Because it's combat.
It's combat, baby.
I do like combat. Don't remember how to roll initiative though. Sorry.
Oh,
Click on
sorry.
the
I just
token.
painted a bunch of things
Wow.
on accident.
Yes. 12. Oh,
Oh,
Wait, guys, how do you roll initiative? Oh, never mind.
You have to, click your character. Yeah.
Not my best.
This is a
Gravel
hard
time.
one.
No better than Dan.
23? What the?
Yeah, man, I crit on my initiative roll.
Oh my god.
What the heck?
Right on your initiative roll. Come on.
What about Veneer? Are you rolling for him, babe?
Shoot. No, Veneer decided he really doesn't care about these snakes.
Oh, good.
That's what I don't care about. We could be delivering an axe.
And gain XP to level up.
So these green snakes, I rolled a 2 for them. That's so sad.
Yes.
I might be afraid of spiders, but snakes I can handle.
Don't like snakes. Glad there's one barrier between me and the snakes in line.
If you want, you can ride on my shoulders.
We'll see if that becomes helpful.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna do that.
Hey, what just happened? My phone just kicked me out.
Well,
We all still. Oh no, we don't.
that was weird. Like her phone kicked her out, but
Well, that happened last time she got kicked out too. Like it carried over through the time where it said, "Oh, it kicked me out," and then kicked her out. It's very odd.
yeah. Okay. Natalie is coming up here right now. I think I hear her footsteps. All right, that's fine. I kind of want to roll for all the snakes now because it's going to be so boring for me.
I'm not, babe. I'm not looking at anything.
Can you guys hear her?
It's not for much longer, and I had my phone plugged in.
Yeah, we can hear her.
Yeah.
So yeah, Natalie and I do have that kind of hard deadline of 9:30, so we will probably have to cut this off mid-combat, but we'll just keep turn
We'll
order.
finish it before then.
Yeah.
Do
You
that.
kidding me?
All right,
Challenge accepted.
Alden, I believe.
go.
You're up.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Precognitive Hunch.
Okay.
And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to shoot my longbow at the green snake closest to me.
Okay, you shoot your long.
Not a longbow, it's a light crossbow. Never mind.
Don't do that.
Nice.
Wow,
Nice.
very nice. Golly. Okay, you like shot that snake right through its freaking head, and that thing is gone. So maybe you're
Wow, that's it?
I
Are
mean,
you serious?
yeah, snake is removed from combat. That arrow went straight through its head.
Ba-boom. That ends
All right.
my turn.
Yep. Harm.
I'm gonna take a dash too and move here. Is that what it was?
Roughly. You can use a key point to move again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get me anywhere.
It does get you closer.
I mean,
It's 60 feet.
that I can't use next time is what I'm saying.
Ah.
Yeah. I mean, hold on. Wait. How far can I throw a javelin?
Oh, gosh.
I think that's 60 feet without
I still can't
disadvantage.
believe you got that javelin.
Yeah, I think you're correct, Andrew.
I'm going to take that.
Yeah, right. No, I'm just gonna hold on to it.
It's 65 feet. That's just outside the range.
Javelin is 30, 120, so you have to be in within 30 feet for no disadvantage.
Wow. Why did I think it was?
Can I throw a bolt at it?
Or a bone.
You can throw whatever you would like at it, John.
Can I throw Carm at it?
Well, okay, yeah. I like to attempt to throw a rock at this one to get its attention.
Okay, you can throw a rock.
Do you want me to roll for it, or are you just gonna tell me nothing happens?
You
You would roll for
It's up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna roll just a dex.
Okay.
1.
Nothing happens.
Just wanted to make sure.
So that's it for you?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Phoenix.
I can only move 60 feet, right?
That's with your dash, yeah.
I think that's 60 feet.
Oh,
So I got
I forgot to roll for the little hobbit guy. Poor soul.
Wait, he says a little what?
He's a halfling.
Okay.
Oh,
Frodo.
terrible, but he is last.
Oh, were we since we came upon the snakes, are we
Advantage.
surprising them?
Not surprising them.
Surprising.
Nice try.
Oh, this is gonna take forever to
So
get there.
Phoenix, you done? Amber,
Yeah, so I can only move 30 feet, correct?
you could use a dash to get up to 60.
I can also dash?
Everyone can dash.
I'll do that because right now I can't do anything from where I am. So
We're not surprising them, so I don't get my advantage from the blasted cloak of the assassin.
I'm afraid not.
Alright, I've already forgot where
Especially with, Karm throwing rocks at them to get their attention. But it should
Actually,
be
put
the
the
arrow.
arrow to select.
Amber. Should. That's what you're doing.
Is poison considered a disease?
No.
It is considered poison.
Okay.
Disease is more of a long-lasting effect, whereas a poison is much more short-term.
Okay. I'm never gonna be able to use that.
Let me be able to.
I mean, I was measuring.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kevin, but Karm may be diseased.
Well, I'm immune to him then.
Karm may be diseased.
I do have bones on me.
No, remember she got you with that necromancer move or whatever, remember?
You can also move on.
Necrotic.
Oh, the necrotic damage.
Oh, that
damage.
went away after the
I'll move.
long rest.
Are we sure about
I
that?
sleep
Yeah.
those things off.
Alright, so you're pretty much right next to Phoenix.
Oh, no, I did not.
60 feet? That's 60 feet from you.
Oh, I guess I was. I'll go that close.
Right. Okay, Galadan.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what
Okay, I'm gonna move. How far can I move?
60.
30 feet with the dash, 60.
Did you say 60?
If you dash, which would mean you couldn't cast a spell or anything.
Okay. So 30 feet would put me here.
If you have Firebolt, that's a range of 120. You should be fine.
I don't have Firebolt. But I have another thing. Oh, 60 feet.
Oh, baby.
120 feet with magic missile. What's the range of my light crossbow?
80?
Yeah, 80, 120.
How far away am I? Oopsie daisy. Come on. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to try and shoot this red one.
Oh, 83-20. Wow, that's longer than I was expecting.
You will be at a disadvantage, but go for it. Oh, 20. Okay.
Oh.
Whoa! Way to go! Double digits from Dan.
Yeah. Arrow connects. Nothing quite like what we saw earlier. But it reacted. It got shot by an arrow. It kind of turns and hisses, in your general direction. It looks angry where you hit it. As the arrow kind of hits in, like this kind of spurt of flame comes out. Yeah. Okay, and it is now. Wait, where's the other snakes?
Yeah, there was only ever 2.
No, but yeah, but where? 2 was fine. There's only 1.
1.
I see 3 green and 3 red.
No,
When you removed the one from the map, did that take it out of the?
That must have been it. I must have removed the one that I had used for initiative. That's
Lol.
way to do that I'm not aware of. Okay, so the red snakes are up. Right, that's all. We just had to have you. Yeah, so while they don't like the halfling, they are much more interested in you guys that seem to actually have some sort of umph behind you.
He's talking about me, guys.
Yeah.
I did kill one in one shot. Just saying. Just saying.
So
A green one. Psh.
Fair point. Okay. Yeah. So the red snakes, in what seems to be a display of uncommon intelligence, come over.
Can I attack with the awesome accent?
Did you ever unwrap it?
Otherwise, I saw this.
All right. So this guy is, while he's making his way towards you, going to stop and make an attack at this little grunt here. So he is going to bite at him. Woo! And he is definitely going to succeed in that bite. And so, he bites again. You kind of see the spurt of flame, and you hear the halfling cry out.
And die.
Not quite die. And then he's going to also attack with his tail quickly afterwards. Which also, and this
They have tails?
They are tails!
They are tails.
And so, just those 2 hits, and this halfling is looking very rough already. Burnt, bleeding from the bite, yells out in pain. Okay, and so now it's the green guy's turns, and they are going to not reach you guys. Are also going to dash and take full moves. Okay, and then it is the halfling's turn. The halfling is going to do a disengage.
Oh, we never got bless. Dang it.
And he is running as best he can away from everything. Okay, Alden.
He's successfully disengaged without dying. That's good.
Yeah, so disengage, I believe, is the one that's no opportunity attacks, but that's why he can only move 30 feet.
Oh.
I'm gonna shoot at that fire snake.
Okay.
And that's the one who's been shot already, right? Yeah.
All right.
Laughing at John.
Yeah, you hit similar thing. But as you guys are closer, you see these scales are tough or something, because even though you are hitting them with these arrows, it is not. You would expect it to make more purchase than what you are seeing.
I use my bonus action to increase my movement speed, and I move 40 back this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
All right.
Done.
I think I'm never going to be able to create a map big enough for you, Alden.
Nah. I have 320 range with this light crossbow.
Oh my gosh.
Carm. All right, note to self: look up teleporting enemies.
Hey, I'm preparing for that, so bring it.
Teleportation?
Yeah, guys that'll teleport to me.
Hey, I got him. I could teleport too.
Teleport? Oh.
Yeah, I'll go up to this snake right here. Wait, I think that's 30, right?
I'm trusting you. I wasn't watching.
So I'm going to take my sword and swing it at the snake.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you hit. And as you gouge into the side of this snake, the fire bursts out of it back at you, and you take 3 fire damage.
What the?
But the snake also takes damage from the strike. No, not from its own fire, but from the sword that's gouging into its side. You also notice, that these scales are tough. Like these aren't regular snakes. This is not skin. This is scales that are coating them.
So it's burst into fire when I hit it, but it's still moving, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still alive and everything. Yeah.
How many did I take? 3?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action. I don't want to hit it again. Have to. I'm gonna punch it. No, I'm going to try to kick it away from me.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Well, so are you saying you're doing flurry of blows?
No, just my bonus action, an arm strike.
Oh, okay.
So I just roll a thing.
Yep, an arm strike roll, yeah. Okay, I think that still hits. Yeah, that hits also. And just touching this thing, right? I mean, it was a good hit, but it is very hot, right? So you still take 3 fire damage as you punch this thing, and steam kind of leaves from its body.
Dude, stop that.
It's still alive.
it is. Yeah, it's starting to look rough, but it's only starting to look rough.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to just kind of move around him right there. In my turn.
Is it my turn?
Ow, the burn!
Mix it up.
All right. I am going to move right here and cast Hunter's Mark on this snake in front of me.
Oh no, it doesn't tell us what it does.
You just need to flag the. There you
There
go.
it is. Holy cow.
It's just a 1d6 addition to any attack damage.
Does that casting that, is that a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I do the attack, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me roll up. Weapon. That. Plus 1.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice.
Do I even need to add the 1d? Oh yeah, I do. Probably want to.
Yeah, roll your 1d6.
So that took the 8 took the +3 into account.
No.
Oh.
That's a total of 14.
Dang.
Just like with arm sword, you cause an eruption of flame that fires back in your face.
Okay.
And
Did his
fire
sword
damage.
pass easily through the snake because it's magical?
He has a magic weapon.
Yeah, remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Beam bleed.
I guess. Good point, Cade. It sure did.
Oh,
Oh,
you
okay.
like how you noticed that, Phoenix?
All right, yeah, okay. Well, then I'm going to do the actual rolling of a d6. So you take 5 fire damage for that hit.
5 fire damage? Are you kidding me? Wow.
Yeah, well, they tell you you can either just do 3 or roll a d6. And I decided to roll a d6.
Okay, then. 5 fire damage.
Anything else for you, Phoenix?
That does not die, does it?
It does not die. It was tougher than the other one, but it does not die.
Okay. That's it.
All right, Amber.
Okay, so I am going. I've already.
What did she say?
I'm
I
going
can't hear you.
up here,
All right.
and then I. Wow.
Fine.
Where did it go? So I want to toss Mind Favor. Not really sure how to. I guess I cast a spell and then I'll roll my own.
Well, I don't know. Hit it and let's see what happens because I'm not sure what it does. So bonus action, your weapon deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Huh.
Oh, I should have done Divine Smite also.
That lasts for a minute.
That's pretty cool.
I now have all of my gear back, right? So I have my war hammer and war hammer.
That means you're holding it with 2 hands to hit.
Does that mean I don't have a shield? I don't have one, so let's do that.
I have a shield. You do not have it equipped right now?
I do have it equipped right now.
Okay, then you.
Then I don't. Okay. So now I'm going to attack with one hand.
Okie doke. All right, golly, you guys can roll in combat apparently.
Yeah.
I mean,
So how do now? What do
it's like /R space 1d4.
/.
Oh, not so much. Okay. Yeah. So you also hit this thing, and well, I'll just roll now. Add the fun. You guys get hurt by fire thing. Hey, I rolled a 3, so you take 3 fire damage. After you hit this guy, it looks very, very rough. But it is still up.
And her magic or her hammer is magical too.
The divine favor added 1d4 radiant damage. So that.
I'm just curious the resistance she felt with the.
She felt some resistance. There are scales.
then how? So lastly, just out of curiosity, how bad is your health now, Karm? I don't know if that's to begin with.
Yeah.
I'm a little singed.
I'm too.
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
You
That's okay for now?
use the bonus action anyway.
I did use one?
Yeah, your divine favor is a bonus
That's
action.
bonus. Okay, never mind.
If it was regular, you couldn't have attacked. All right, Dan.
You might want to give Amber a marker that she's in concentration.
Yeah.
I can no longer do this, but I want to show you guys something cool.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I wrote a.
You wrote a script.
I wrote a script.
Oh my gosh.
For
Oh man.
doing this awesome thing. But then I realized now that last week Philip informed me that that's not how twin spell works, and I can't levitate and do magic missile. So, but I wanted to show everybody this cool thing that I can't do.
Well, I mean, so you could like
That's very cool.
levitate on one turn, and then do it on the next turn.
I could levitate and do a ray of frost. But, anyways, I did not do that. Obviously,
I think Ray of Frost looks a lot more like a Kamehameha than a.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 30 feet to here, and then I'm gonna shoot at
Karm.
Karm? No, silly.
Don't worry.
I can deflect missiles.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can. It's a good point. Remembering that, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot right past Carl and hit that snake. Carm will be fine.
Wow.
Especially with
Oh
perfect
yeah, we are rolling well today.
Seriously, good thing we're stopping after Dan's turn because this is ridiculous.
What? Not what?
Yeah,
9:30 hard stop.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so you do a great amount of damage, and then fire erupts into Carm's face. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my word.
Yeah, he may need your help now.
Yeah, no, only joking. But yeah, so that was a good damage. This thing's still alive, but it is. These things are hardy. Yeah, but so we're gonna have to pause there. We'll just pick up. I'll make sure that we advance Galandan's turn, and the snakes will get their vengeance on you in 2 weeks.
What was Carm's reaction to the
3
arrow
weeks.
going perfectly past him and hitting the snake?
Oh, did you want me to respond to that?
Yes.
I don't even flinch.
All right, we're gonna leave because we have to.
Okay.
Please don't cheat.
We're gonna leave because we have to.
But we'll see you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
See ya.